Hey guys, Backwoods boys coming to you from our north cabin. We hope you've been enjoying our previous videos. Today we've got something just a little bit different for you. Now, when I was on Facebook here the other day sharing the last video around, I ran across a page dedicated to shutting down hunting across Canada. Now, these aren't new, I've run into these before, but this one in particular was sharing a lot of false facts about endangered species and things like this that they just weren't true. So I went on respectfully and calmly. I shared a few real facts and found myself immediately booted and banned. So that was a little bit frustrating, but that's kind of what we've learned to deal with when dealing with anti-hunters.
That said, there was a lot of hunters on that page that were not presenting themselves very well, arguing and being rude. So with that said, our video today is going to be a little bit different. We're going to bring you a dozen little tips and tricks to effectively talk with and discuss with anti-hunters.
Yeah, so without any further ado, here we go. The dozen do's and don'ts about arguing effectively with anti-hunters. Number 1, do use solid, irrefutable scientific evidence when you're arguing.
Don't respond with pictures of dead animals just to antagonize the anti-hunters. Not helpful, not cool, you're doing more damage than you are good.
Number 2, make sure that the sources you're citing are reliable sources.
Don't cite yourself or Ted Nugent, please never Ted Nugent, or any other irrelevant and not respected sources. Again, doesn't do any good.
Focus on biologists, on conservation pages, and ideally, if you can find something that supports our point of view from their own sources, that's the best. Number 3, present your case respectfully and calmly. That's really important.
Very important. Don't resort to swearing, profanity, name calling, just overall disrespectful. If you're on there and you're coming across just as much of a turkey as they are when they're arguing, then you're no different.
You're not doing anyone any good then. We need to be the ones that are held to a higher standard. We need to win the public over when they're watching these discussions.
And you may not win them, but others are watching in on the conversation. Those are the ones you need to be impressing.
Number 4, when you get into these discussions online, make sure you stay focused on the topic at hand.
Don't get sucked into rabbit trails and irrelevant topics that get nowhere. It's just a dead end.
5, remember that image matters to the policymakers. We need to appear intelligent and science-based in order to convince the people making the policies that affect our hunting that hunting is good for the environment and good for society.
Don't target every negative post on the page. You just come across as petty and argumentative. Not good for the policymakers looking on and seeing you just wanting to scrap.
And not good for the average public looking on who is maybe undecided and seeing the hunters, they're killing animals already and they look really unprofessional. They're not going to side with us.
We lose our case.
The final do, make sure that you go in prepared. Go in having done all your research. You've got your facts figured out. You've got your replies for the common arguments that are brought up. You've watched videos. You know where you're going to go and how you're going to make your point effectively.
Never, ever jump into this unprepared and just out of frustration. If you go in without sources that you can cite, good, solid informational facts, and you're just going off your own anger at the people, you're going to do more damage than you'll ever gain the hunting community. Don't do it.
So that's the dozen do's and don'ts, 6 do's, 6 don'ts, in case the math wasn't adding up, about making an effective point when arguing with anti-hunters. Make sure that you use those points that so you're doing the best good that you can for the hunting community and the least damage that you can do. So these are the sort of thing that you want to share. You will win some of the calm anti-hunters over with them, but more importantly, you're going to win the policymakers and the average public who's looking on and thinking, boy, they're making some really good points.
And remember, when making those points, stay respectful. Remember what you're trying to portray. That your image through the whole thing is just as important as the point you're making.
And it's not just your image, it's the image of the hunting community at large. You reflect on all of us. Remember that. It's a lot of responsibility. So thank you for watching this video. We hope it's given some good ideas on how to talk to anti-hunters and how to conduct yourself in a way that creates a positive image for the hunting community as a whole.
We still encourage you to watch the second part of this video as it discusses more what to discuss with the antis.
This one was more of a how to discuss hunting with anti-hunters. The second part that will be posted right away, it was just too long of a video all as one, is going to explain what to discuss with anti-hunters to win them over, most likely to our side. So thank you for watching, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. We really like hearing from you guys, and we like watching the subscriber count rise. So,
but most importantly on this one, please share it.
yes.
Share it with your friends, your family, the hunting community. Get it out there so that we can all be on the same page and we can make a difference out here.
Yeah, when we're divided and some of us are taking certain approaches while others are taking different approaches, it just doesn't work well. So we need to be united, and we need to present a really good image of the hunting community as a whole. So thank you, and we hope you enjoyed this, and we hope you learned something.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in part 2.
Yep. See ya.